Recording?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god.
Alright, I'm going to tell everyone the secret to success, right, is learning how to cook, listening to hardstyle, and going gym, and going outside of your comfort zone. That's how I got to where I am in life. I'll just let you know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Sultan got to 21 like that. So here they are. At first glance, they look to be in terrible condition. They're not. They're actually in great condition because they're not nicked, they're not dinged, they're not banged, and they have all of their fixings in place. This would have been a green originally, and it's been painted over a few times. There might be a repair here. I don't like the cb200 sign, I don't want that anyway, so I'm going to be taking that off, I think, trying to, filling it in like someone did there in the past. Although I do wonder why they didn't get it off. It might not. I have just sprayed it, so hopefully it will come off at some point. I think I can get a good gloss black out of these. So even though the wheel's hanging off, so it's a bit weird looking, that's the side panel on. Honestly, it does exactly what you want it to do. It fills the gap, and it looks good. I'm very pleased with that. Obviously it needs a paint, but I'm very pleased with how that looks on the bike. All of the grommets on the bike are good, they're in good condition, so it just popped in quite easily because John was talking about these. I was telling him I had some, but actually I have the round ones. I don't know if these ones, so he was right that it needed some new ones if they weren't on there. So I'm going to smooth that down. I'm going to use a similar process as I would as if I was saving these. If I was cutting and compounding, I'm going to be going 15 if I've got some. Otherwise 2000 I have got, and then 2500. I'll probably do 2000 dry, 2000 wet, 2500 wet, and then I've got some gloss black Paul Laguna. Bought me some last week actually, so I'll use that, and it will have all week to cure in the garage somewhere, which is good. So let's get these prepped and see how nice we can get them. From a tank point of view, I'm still undecided. I just don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't really get it as well. I don't really get why I don't know what I want. I don't know. Let's get this. Maybe if everything else looks really clean at some stage and polished and painted, maybe then I'll be convinced to get the tank done. So a little bit of sanding. Part of me is getting a little bit nervous. It's not meant to rain, but I have got fresh paint there. Well, it's not that fresh. I think I might chuck the wheel back on, so that we're not like this in case it does start dripping. If it does now, your best bet would be to throw a cover over it because it's not wet to the touch, guys. So you chuck a cover over it if it really started pouring down at this stage, and then hope it clears quickly.
Recording?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god.
Alright, I'm going to tell everyone the secret to success, right, is learning how to cook, listening to hardstyle, and going gym, and going outside of your comfort zone. That's how I got to where I am in life. I'll just let you know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Sultan got to 21 like that. What was I going to say? Front forks back on, painted, look fine actually. Actually it now looks naked without a mudguard, funny enough. So earlier you didn't really look at the front and think it looked naked without a mudguard.
I mean, it hasn't really got anything on it, it's just got a tank.
Yeah, because your eyes were averted to the rough fork legs. Now they're not. It's like, wow, where's the front?
You painted it black?
I've painted the fork legs black, yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty alright.
Yeah, it looks much better. Much better. Sultan just asked, does the starter button work? We've just seen that. Got some gloss black here. Paul brought this down last week. I'll give it a shot on the side panels over there. Follow the same process as earlier, guys. You do a couple of what we call tack coats. You just spray from a distance. You probably do 3 or 4 on something like this. I've scuffed them down and smoothed them over using 2000 grit and then 2500 to get the smoothest version I can get. You'd probably want to use primer on something like these, but I'm rubbish with primer. There's something that goes wrong with primer and me. Like it always flakes or peels or does something. So actually I just use light tack coats and I go straight over the top, and then I do some medium coats, and then I do some gloss coats, especially with side panels that aren't going anywhere near fuel or anything. It's not too much of an issue. The tank needs 2K clear, a proper one, not a premix one off the shelf. They're no good. A proper one. The Pro XL Max stuff is the best, I find. I know Nat uses it as well. And you pop the bottom and you mix it, the hardener in as you're using it. So a couple of light coats. I think we'll see, and this is what we've got. And you'll see what we've got later today. You'll see what it looks like, but you never really know until it's cured in the garage for a few days and you come back and give it a bit of a polish. You never really know how well it went, but you'll see something in the next few shots. Now, I haven't even done a wet coat or thick coat really, but you can already see that the imperfections are going to stick out on this. Now what you're seeing now isn't actually orange peel, because we're not there yet. It's imperfections in the paint. Now I think if you layer up thick enough and you get a glossy enough shine, you can kind of get away with it a touch. But if not, it can highlight the imperfections. Now for the kind of level I'm going at on this bike, I'm not too worried at the moment. I'm just painting these to make them look a touch better. There's no reason why they couldn't be repainted down the line. But yeah, ultimately if you're going for perfection, then this wouldn't be it. The prep underneath wouldn't have been good enough. Now to the feel, guys, you'd have never felt anything there. None of this came up. And remember, I sanded and went up through the grades, and then once you layer paint it, you can see it. So yeah, there's kind of lessons here about prep, and that's where Nat, you know, does so well, and actually Ryan from Ryan's garage has just done a pretty good paint job. It's patience, it's understanding the system, knowing the system, and having enough patience to do it well. If at any point I get the tank painted, I will also be sending the side panels with it. So we'll be getting a kind of joint painting system. Funny enough, I was just online looking for the cb200 to see if you can get this in sticker form. If you could get, if you can get this, if you could get a sticker of this.
Of this?
Yeah, because then you could.
You're mad. First, he wants to put 2 seats. Actually, no, you're not mad for that. But sticker, just paint the thing.
The problem if you're painting it is you have to do all this. This has to be done separately to get it painted. If you could have this in sticker form, right? You'd paint your base coat, say this orange. I mean, this is meant to be red, by the way, not orange. They didn't make orange.
Doesn't look orange to me.
What?
Doesn't look orange, it looks red.
That looks orange to me.
So if someone said, oh, do you remember, like, saw this bike, I'll be like, yeah, it's a red bike.
I think that's orangey.
Starting to lose the eyesight.
Which one of us got a blade? I've got dark grey, light grey and medium grey. What my point is, you'd paint the base layer, then you'd put on the sticker, and then you'd clear over the top. You'd still have this effect. It would still look like this.
Red or orange, or whatever this colour is.
Do you know what? They look stunning in that they're green. They have a specific
I'm saying
green.
it now on camera. He's officially lost his green.
No, they have a specific green.
What, green? Yeah, take him to watch The Matrix, and this is what happens. He goes mad. He goes
Why?
absolutely mad.
What are you saying?
I'm thinking yellow and black.
No.
Come on, this is like proper like Batman vibes. Like,
No.
Am I right? There's something in the wind. Like, come on, they're gonna.
You just don't have the same effect.
No. Hey, I could go and call one of my handy dandy mates, get some eye makeup, and before you know it, get my Batman suit and all sorts.
Mate, you're more Riddler, really.
That's horrible.
Killing people with your tools.
No. That being said, I can sing a. You know, do you remember the?
That guy looks identical to Warren. Have you met Warren?
Yeah, I've met. Remember
Yeah,
the piaggio?
that guy. They are identical. You couldn't do yellow because
You can. There's a will.
there was no original yellow.
They make it iconic and unique.
Then you'd be building a custom. And
The hipsters will love that. They'll be like, oh,
listen,
I've got a.
I could
custom my
paint this.
Frappuccino.
I could paint this matte black, and the hipsters would love it.
Well,
This-
you say custom and
This
everything
is
like
the exact conversation I've been having for 2 weeks with people. I would be building a hipster bike. I'd be blacking the side casings. I'd be blacking the forks. I'd be blacking, you know, bits and pieces out. I'd be blacking the tank using a proper, you know, proper clear coat so it's fuel. Yeah, I'd be creating a hipster
that.
bike.
Blacked it out.
They wouldn't be gloss black. They would be matte black. I would be creating a hipster bike. I agree with you.
But it does give Batman vibes. You can't lie.
If it was black, it would.
Yeah, a bit of eyeshadow.
The tank could easily go black with a clear, a decent clear on it. You can get. I think the clears me and that use. I'm sure they do it in matte. They do. They do a dull version so it wouldn't shine it.
What's that Rolling Stones song that is like painted black? It's like na na na. No.
Is that Stones?
Like,
Yeah, painted black.
Like, I can't remember the song. I see na na na. I want to paint it black.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd be blacking a lot of this out.
You keep this like a lot of the stuff original because some like the bars seem a bit shit. Not bars, sorry. The grips seem a bit.
It looks good with Renthal bars. They look good with a nice
Bloody hell.
with a nice scrambler style
See,
Renthal
this is what
bars.
happens when I come back. Every now, like I do disappearance and then I come back and he goes like mad. It's just
That's the
green, Renthal.
That's the problem with this bike. I don't know what to do with it.
Making you mad, isn't it?
If you left me with this bike, if no one chatted to me, if this was old me and I was building this bike, you'd come back today and it'd be black. The majority of this bike would be black.
Hold on. We got yellow tape here. Let's.
It would still look stunning.
Look at that. You got a Bumblebee. Whatever this is, Honda cb200.
It's not a bad yellow actually.
See, I'm telling you.
And you could yellow the side panels, and you could even yellow this. But
No, keep it black.
no, it would be yellow. The rest would be black.
No. Black and yellow, like a Bumblebee.
God, you're asking too much. Who's going to do that?
I'll do that. If you give me the paint, get the tank off. I'll
You
do that.
can't do
I can
anything.
I can do it. Listen, I might be a lazy git, but I'm still good with my hands.
I've been trying to paint for 20 years. I can't do it. You can't paint.
And listen, I paint furniture for a living as well.
Yeah, with a brush.
Yeah, so well, I can do this with a brush.
Is that what you're saying? I mean, is that what you're saying though? Yeah. See, so you're saying go down the rough, doesn't have to be perfect route, and that's what I was saying in the beginning. Doesn't have to, this kind of bike doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be a bike you can jump on and drive through London with no ultra low emission charges, no tax charges, no MOT worries.
You're sweetening the deal for me. I might buy it.
It has to be comfortable. It has to be safe. It has to be clean. I agree. That is.
What motorbike is safe?
That was my original. No, I mean in its kind of basic functions,
yeah.
brakes, suspension. Because if you're not MOTing it,
It's going to be.
you have to release it knowing.
The brakes work. The geezer that's riding it.
You have to feel like it's safe, yeah. Because when you take something for MOT, that gives you a bit of peace of mind. Don't get me wrong, I could take this for an MOT, but in my head, that defeats the object of having it MOT free. I want to abuse that right.
Don't say that on camera, mate. I'm an artist.
I want to abuse.
Legal disclaimer. I
Right.
want this
Yeah.
word-worthy.
It's not illegal. Remember, you numpty. That's the point. It's 40. It's 46 years old. The bike.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So everything's free.